Alright guys, we have finally made it. Lesson 23. This is our last lesson, guys. You've done an amazing job over these past few weeks. I'm really impressed with everybody. So we're on our last lesson today. Alright guys, the table of contents. We're still adding and subtracting fractions. Today, lesson 23, decomposing fractions, page 31. Alright, so let's check it out. Directions. It says find 3 ways to decompose, which means break down. Find 3 ways to break down or decompose each fraction into a sum of other fractions with the same denominator. Alright, let's zoom it in right here. So number 1, 3/4 equals 1/4 plus 1/4 plus, remember our denominators need to stay the same, so we have 4, and then we're saying 1 plus 1 plus 1 will give me 3. So I know it's 1/4. Alright, the second one. 3/4 equals 2/4 plus, the denominator stays the same. So 2 plus what will give me 3, 1. And then finally we have 3/4 equals 1/4 plus, denominator stays the same. And 1 plus what will give me 3, 1 plus 2. So on each one of these, we've decomposed 3/4. We've decomposed 3/4 in 3 different ways. Alright, number 2, you have 7/8. Alright, so 7/8 equals 6/8 plus, denominator stays the same, 6 plus 1 will give me 7. So 6/8 plus 1/8 gives me a sum of 7/8. Second one, 7/8 equals 5/8 plus, denominator stays the same, 5 plus 2 will give me 7. And then finally you have 4/8 plus, denominator stays the same, 4 plus 3 will give me 7. Alright, we've decomposed 7/8 in 3 different ways. Alright, number 3. You have 6/5 equals, our denominators have to stay the same, and then what plus 3 will give me 6? 3 plus 3 equals 6. Second one, 6/5 equals 2/5, so we know we're going to have a 5 here and a 5 here for our denominators, because denominators need to stay the same when adding them up. And then 2 plus, you can go at this different ways. I'm going to go ahead and put I don't know, put 3 right here and 1 right here. So 2 plus 3 plus 1 will give me 6. Alright, and then finally we have 6/5 equals 2/5 plus 2/5 plus, and there's definitely only one answer we can have here, a 1 and a 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my numerator, 6/5. Alright guys, let's check out how we decompose the last, we got a couple more problems. Number 4. Alright, yeah, 5/6 equals, denominator stay the same. What plus 3 will give me 5? 2. 2 plus 3 equals a numerator of 5. Alright, 5/6. We're going to decompose this into 3 different fractions. Our denominators are going to stay the same. And then 1 plus 2 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, denominator stays the same. So 5/6 broken down into 3 separate fractions or decomposed. Alright, this last one, we're going to decompose 5/6 into 5 different fractions, and there's only one answer we can have for this one, and the numerators will all be 1, because we have 5 fractions and 5 is our numerator. Alright, number 5. 9/12 equals, denominators stay the same. What plus 5 will equal 9? 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Alright, the second one, we're going to decompose 9/12 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones. And I know 3 plus 3 is 6, so all of these numerators will have to add to 6, and there's 3 of them, so we definitely, well, first of all, we know that that the denominator is going to be 12 on each one of these, because we want to keep our denominators the same. And since there's 3 more fractions, we have to put a 1 for our numerators. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 twelfths. Decomposed into 5 separate fractions. And then finally we have 9 twelfths into 3 different fractions. Denominators stay the same. I'm going to make this one kind of simple. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 will give me 9. Alright, and finally, number 6. 8 tenths decomposed into 2 separate fractions. Denominators stay the same. What plus 4 will give me 8? 4 plus 4 will give me 8. Alright, now we have 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tenths. And we have 3 more fractions. Denominator stays the same. And since there's 3 more fractions, I know I need to have 1 for a numerator. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tenths. Decomposed into 5 separate fractions would look like this. And then the very last problem, 8 tenths decomposed into 3 separate fractions. Alright, I'm going to go 2, 2, and that gives me 4, and the last one will have to be 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 tenths decomposed, and this one you could have gone different routes in order to arrive at your answer. All right, and let's read our final one. It says, describe your strategy for finding the missing numbers. So my strategies for all these problems, guys, I looked at my denominator. I kept my denominators the same, and basically all I did is I saw what you just basically add your numerators up to get your sum of your original fraction you started with. Another strategy you could have used, you could have, for example, on number 6, you could have, started with 8 tenths, and you could subtract 8 minus 4 to arrive here. So you can use addition, you can use subtraction, and even you heard me on this one, I used division, 9 divided by 3. So I knew there were 3 separate fractions. And I know that 3 divides evenly into 9 3 times. So there's a lot of different things ways you can go about. I guess looking at number 1, you could use a multiplication even. You look right here, 1, 2, 3. 3 times 1 will give me 3. So just basically just remember, when you're decomposing fractions, adding and subtracting, you always need to keep your denominators the same, and then just add your numerators up until you get to your original numerator that you started with. So guys, y'all have done an amazing job. We've made it through our already, so great job on everything. Just keep up the good work, man, and we'll have some stuff ready for you next week. Just super proud of you guys. Just keep on working hard, man. The more work you put in now, the easier life will be on down the road. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Proud of you.